I met this man more times than I can count. We sat in the same office, laughed together, talked about life. And yet, his death remains an unanswered question. Was it suicide? Or was it the very negative forces he spent his entire life searching for? As humans, we live with a strange weakness. The things we cannot see are the things that pull us in the most. We think we understand life, but death refuses to explain itself. Everyone knows the basics. You are born, and one day, you die. But the real questions begin exactly where everything ends. What happens after death? Does the soul really exist? Are ghosts real? Are there forces around us, invisible, silent, yet present? Between these questions begins the story of an ordinary boy from Delhi, Gaurav Tiwari. Gaurav wasn't a godman. He wasn't a tantric. He didn't grow up believing in ghosts or spirits. He was just a normal, middle-class guy with simple dreams. His family wanted only one thing: become a pilot. In 2006, Gaurav moved to the United States for commercial pilot training. Everything was going right. Career on track. Life perfectly aligned. Until one small room in America changed everything. The apartment where Gaurav lived became the place where something happened. Something he couldn't explain. At night, strange sounds. The feeling of someone walking nearby. Sometimes it felt like someone was sitting on his bed. At first he blamed exhaustion, then imagination, then the mind playing tricks. But when the same experiences kept repeating again and again and again, a question emerged. If this is just in my head, then why every night? Gaurav spoke to the neighbors. Old stories surfaced. The past of that apartment wasn't ordinary either. And right there, for the first time, a question entered his mind that would change his life forever. Do invisible forces really exist? That was the turning point. The moment Gaurav Tiwari stepped off the path of becoming a pilot and walked into a journey filled with fear, mystery, and perhaps death itself. When Gaurav Tiwari left India in 2006, his future looked clear. He wasn't chasing ghosts. He wasn't looking for the supernatural. He was training to become a commercial airline pilot in the United States. A stable career, a respected profession, a predictable life. But the strange experiences inside that rented apartment didn't stop. Night after night, Gaurav reported hearing unexplained sounds, footsteps when no one was there, movement when the room was empty, and the constant feeling that he was not alone. At first, he dismissed it. Stress, fatigue, homesickness. But when curiosity replaces fear, a person starts asking dangerous questions. Instead of running away from what scared him, Gaurav leaned toward it. He began reading everything he could find. Scientific papers, case studies, archived reports. Not folklore, not superstition, but documented accounts of unexplained phenomena. And then he made a decision that shocked everyone who knew him. Gaurav quit his pilot training. Midway through his course, he walked away from the career his family had dreamed of and chose to study paranormal phenomena instead. To his parents, this made no sense. They didn't believe in ghosts. They didn't believe in spirits. And they certainly didn't believe their son had abandoned his future for something that couldn't be proven. But Gaurav believed something else. He believed that if fear exists, it must come from somewhere. By 2009, Gaurav returned to India, and the timing couldn't have been more perfect. Indian television was changing. News channels had begun airing late-night segments about haunted forts, abandoned villages, and mysterious sightings. Whether driven by ratings or curiosity, the paranormal had entered mainstream media. And suddenly, Gaurav wasn't an outsider anymore. He founded an organization called the Paranormal Society of India. His stated mission was clear. "I'm not here to prove ghosts exist. I'm here to prove there's nothing to fear." Unlike self-proclaimed godmen or sensational TV figures, Gaurav presented himself differently. He used instruments, thermal cameras, EMF meters, motion sensors. He spoke the language of investigation, not belief. Over the next few years, Gaurav claimed to have investigated thousands of locations worldwide, in India, Australia, the UK, and the United States. Abandoned prisons, cemeteries, cremation grounds, old mansions with violent histories. Some places produced nothing. Others produced recordings that defied easy explanation. Gaurav became a familiar face on television, reality shows, documentaries, panel discussions. To many viewers, he was brave. To others, controversial. But to those who worked closely with him, one thing slowly became clear. This work was changing him, and not in a way cameras could capture. By 2016, Gaurav Tiwari's professional life looked successful from the outside. He was married. He was well known in paranormal investigation circles. He appeared on television, worked on international projects, and continued investigating allegedly haunted locations across India and abroad. But privately, something had changed. People close to him later said that Gaurav had begun talking about negative energies following him. Not ghosts, not spirits, but something persistent. He never claimed these forces harmed people, but he did say they disturbed him. At the time, few took it seriously. After all, his entire career revolved around the unexplained. July 6, 2016. The last investigation. On the evening of July 6, 2016, Gaurav left his home in Dwarka, Delhi, to investigate another allegedly haunted location in Janakpuri. This was routine. Most paranormal investigations happen at night, when locations are quiet, empty, and dark. He returned home after midnight. There was an argument with his wife. Not unusual. He often came home late because of work. After that, the house went quiet. Everyone went to sleep. The morning, everything ended. On the morning of July 7th, Gaurav woke up normally. He had breakfast, he checked his laptop, he sent emails. One message reportedly mentioned an upcoming feature that would include him on a magazine cover. Nothing suggested distress. Nothing suggested finality. Then, sometime before noon, Gaurav walked into the bathroom. Minutes later, a loud sound was heard. The door was locked from the inside. When family members forced it open, they found Gaurav lying on the floor, unconscious, unresponsive. A dark mark was visible around his neck. He was rushed to the hospital. Doctors declared him dead on arrival. He was 34 years old. The official explanation and the doubts police classified the death as suicide. No note was found. No clear motive was established. The bathroom showed no signs of struggle, but there was also no clear mechanism that explained how the injury occurred. His family questioned everything. He had future plans. He was working normally that morning. He showed no signs of depression. No financial or personal crisis was identified. Even investigators could not clearly explain